Hello, everyone. It is Bex here, and I am here with Julie Stubblefield. She is the founder of the Fit Mom Revolution. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you, Bex? Thanks for having me on.
I'm awesome. You're welcome. I'm so grateful that you're going to bring so much great information to my people today because you are a fit mom. You have lost over 70 pounds.
Yep.
And you did it through
smart nutrition, smart exercise, and not stressing about the scale.
Not stressing about the scale. I love that. Today we're going to be talking about, I'm already rubbing my head because this is something I have confessions to make during this video today about binging and 3 ways that your diet is actually causing you to binge.
Yep.
Which I never even thought about. I thought that binging was something that just happens. It's just an emotional response. I never thought about things that we could be doing to ourselves to our diet. And you have them for us. I don't even know what they are yet. So I'm excited to hear this for the first time too. And I'm going to let you just get into number 1 for us.
Number 1 is your diet is too rigid. Like a lot of people start out at the beginning of the year, New Year's resolutions, new year, new you, and everybody goes out and fills their refrigerator with, great foods and whatever. But a lot of diet plans are very, very rigid. So you need to eat a certain number of macros or a certain number of calories, or you're watching your points, and it doesn't allow for any oopses. Okay. It's too rigid. It confines us too much. And so when we're consuming, just focusing on calories, focusing on this rigidity, it actually bankrupts us of our willpower. It actually zaps our brain of chemicals that allows us to take care of our cravings. Okay. And then also zaps our emotional ability to kind of feel what's going on. The goal, actually, instead of having a rigid plan, like the little silicone baker cups or the silicone molds, how they kind of give, that's what you want to fit your eating into. You want to have some flexibility. You want to be able to move things around, and it still bakes, it still works, and it still keeps its shape. It just moves to what you put in. So as opposed to fitting your life into this hard box, you want to have everything fit into your life.
Okay, so I was reading your bio, and it said that for 15 years you were caught in a binge cycle.
Yes.
Now, we're not a big fan of cheat meals or cheat days over here, or the word over here at BEXLIFE, and I talk about that a lot. So where does this fluidity, or this non-rigidity in your diet fit in? Is it a cheat meal for you? Is it a cheat day? Or... I just put a lot of pressure on you because I said that we don't like them. Now I'm going to make you say something.
I don't use the word cheat because it implies that what you're doing is bad.
Right.
And a lot of it goes back to the language and how we interact with food. The diet cycle is basically, let's say, for example, we'll back up a little bit. If you are going through the whole day and you're doing really well, and then dinner time hits and you're like, screw it, I'm going to have whatever. Or maybe you can get through Monday through Thursday, and by the time Friday hits, it's happy hour, it's the weekend, what the hell, I'll wait until Monday. What I do when I help people is I actually help them figure out when they need to put in what they would consider a treat or an indulgence, or maybe a food that doesn't support their goals, so that they have that flexibility, they have that mental relief, and they're actually adding the chemicals to their brain that allow them to deal with cravings down the road.
And I think that even foods that don't support our goals, in a way, support our goal because it's allowing us to have a lifestyle that we can maintain and sustain forever,
right,
instead of, I'm going to lose weight for these couple months and then I'm going to go and change and do something else. That doesn't make any sense.
Right, exactly. Because if we have that whole mindset, and all of these 3 points of the 3 ways that your dieting is causing you to binge, they all work together. But in terms of having an expiration date or, not making this a lifestyle, that's a cause in itself because it just perpetuates the cycle. Okay, I'm going to do really well, eat whatever I want, and then I have to do it all over again. So why not make it fit into your life that you can do this every day, and it doesn't matter if you are on or off a diet, you're just eating and you're taking care of your body.
You just make so much sense. I'm going to let you get right into number 2. I'm going to stop interrupting you.
No, ask questions. So number 2 is too exclusive. The Dieters Club is you always have to eat this. You never can eat that. Mm-hmm. You must do this or you will fail. You can only do this if you want to succeed. Any kind of exclusionary word is just really going to drive you right on into binge town. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit of a rebel. So if you tell me I can't have something, I know you're a rebel, so stop laughing. If you tell me I can't have something, even if it's not something that I'm crazy about anyway, I have to have it. All of a sudden, that's like on the forefront of my mind because I'm just like, don't tell me I can't eat that. Oh, watch me. I'm going to go eat a whole bag of it now just because you said I can't. So immediately, as soon as we take something off the table, it creates scarcity. The word scare is part of scarcity for a reason. We get scared. All of a sudden, we can't have this anymore. So if you say you can't have chips ever again, you're going to want chips. Please eat the chips.
So then what do you think about diets that do have specific rules and guidelines and even labels? Say vegan or paleo, or I won't put vegan in that actually, because I understand that vegan has a lot more to do with
that's a moral. That's a lot of has a moral compass. So absolutely. I agree that doesn't involve.
We're going to move that aside, and we'll say paleo. We'll say vegetarian.
When you read for whatever the 12 weeks is that you're going to be following this plan, and it says during this time you may never eat this. Take that phrase and apply it to the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't feel good for that, it shouldn't feel good for the 12 weeks. That doesn't mean that you should eat those items every day. Obviously, if you're looking to change your body, you will have to manipulate your food and change things around. But by excluding certain foods and including only others, we're just creating a dysfunctional relationship. If you can't apply that phrase of never, or always to really the rest of your life and eating that way, then it's not, you really shouldn't try to apply it to whatever time frame you're trying to follow those guidelines anyway.
I think especially when a diet is saying never about a food group or a food item that is actual food.
Yes.
Because I can say never Doritos again. I can say that to myself and feel comfortable because I don't look at that as food. I don't think it rewards me in any way. But to say never potatoes or never wheat ever, then it's something that raises red flags for me. And I don't think it's something that I could do. I'm a little bit nervous to ask number 3.
So number 3 is try to avoid an expiration date, or if there's a specific end date. For example, if you find yourself saying, I can't wait until this diet is done because then I can eat this or I can go back to doing that, that's a problem because in your mind, what you're doing is temporary. You're not making lifestyle changes. So what happens beyond that? So yes, you need to eat a certain way to change your body, but then you also have to eat a certain way to keep that body, right? And to maintain your health and to continue to feel good. And we have to eat every single day to live. That's just part of life. So if you haven't made any adjustments and if you haven't changed your relationship with food and how you perceive food as nourishment as opposed to reward or punishment, if you haven't done any of that during that window of time, then you're pretty much screwed when it's over because you don't know what to do. You haven't repaired anything. You haven't made any efforts to do anything different in the mental space of dieting. So it's that expiration date comes quickly and then you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go back to whatever I was doing because I don't know what's in between. Right. And then you just repeat the cycle again. So there's the cheat diet cycle again. The cheat takes on a different meaning, but it's still there.
So you have a program, Break the Binge, that is going to be available for a short time when this video is released and then again in the future. And it's an incredible program that I think is going to help a lot of people. How does that differ then? Because it is a timed program.
Yes.
How does that differ from a 21-day, challenge or, like some kind of 4-week diet plan or something that promises results in a period of time, but... Well, I think you're going to answer this before I'm going to answer it in the question, so I'm just going to let you talk.
So it's an 8-week program that is either self-guided or you can choose to work one-on-one with me. The difference is that there's not a certain goal of attaining a certain weight loss or body change in that 8-week period. Additionally, the curriculum can be covered in as short a window or as long a window as you need, and it can be repeated as often. So I have found that clients who have actually gone through it the first time and then they go back and kind of repeat it, you have a different perspective because you've gone through, you've learned things about yourself, and you notice different nuances. You realize, oh, this isn't an issue for me anymore, but I've noticed this new trend. Now, how can I address this? And let's face it, Bex, life changes.
Yes.
Strategies that you strategies that work for you in this particular segment of your life might need to be tweaked when a new set of stressors comes up, or if you have a health crisis, or if you have a baby, or whatever the case may be. Those tools are always there for you. So while it may take you 8 weeks to go through the curriculum, it doesn't mean that you're done. They're always there. They're always there for a point of reference, and you can always create your own system of support just with those tools in there.
That's why I love talking to women, especially moms, especially business owners, because we have so many different things coming at us from all different directions. And I'll have a man, like I have my friend Mike Perrine on a lot, but the truth of the matter is he's never had a baby. So we always need to be aware that something that might have worked for us when we were 19 or 20 is not necessarily going to work for us in our 30s or after we've had children. So to honor those changes in our bodies and honor them with a conversation about how our diet and our exercise routine can change and our emotional attachment to foods can change. So I love that. And I think that, you address, you're going to address that in your program. So that's
absolutely.
Very
Just
exciting.
Another caveat to that is as we age, our hormonal makeup changes and our brain composition changes. And then how we interact socially with all of that changes as well. So that's what this program addresses is years of dieting. So I spent 15 years really abusing my body. I mean, let's face it, diet is the most accepted form of self-abuse.
Tweet that. Tweet that all day.
So it bankrupts our ability to keep going. All of those years of depriving ourselves actually deplete stores that we have in our body and depletes our emotional ability to move forward. So this program helps you to restore that from a nutritional perspective and then from the mindset work. So it's a two-prong approach, and you really can't do one without the other. And you can continue to repeat the cycle, like you said, as you have changes come along. And anytime that you feel that something is awry, you have a resource to go back to.
I love it. I love all of it. I love you. I love your message. I think you're great. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with all of us today. Where can we find you if we need more information?
FitMomRevolution.com.
Yay. I'm going to have those links in the video description below. I encourage everybody to go and check you out, and I'm sure you'll be back again.
Absolutely. Thanks, Bex.
Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave your comments and questions below. Please visit Julie at fitmomrevolution.com. You'll find all of her links in the video description. I love you guys, and I will see you soon in another BEXLIFE video.